Bloodhaven boys.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. I lost.
Not enough.
All right, I guess you're going first.
I am going first.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into it. We got another overview today of me playing Red Purple Luffy against Blue Doffy. I'm playing against my boy pHiL today, and this was a cool match. And I just want to show you guys. Let's get into it. So I win the die roll, and I choose to go first. That's what you're supposed to do, because you're trying to get Joro Zero, or you want to start this matchup off with any ramp card that can help you get ahead of the curve so you can start playing big bodies before your opponent can get a chance to respond. So let's get into it. I'll be looking at the match from our monitor over here, so let's go. Play the 1-drop searcher, searches 7-drop kid. 7-drop kid is really good because it keeps your leader from 6k to 7k for like the entirety of the match until your opponent have a way to out it, and if they don't, they got to deal with that. Pass to him on the second on turn. I'm expecting him to drop Teach. I don't see Teach off the bat, so he's thinking might be a searcher, might not, but he just passed, and let's go. Draw for turn, draw 10-drop Goldie Rogers, swing for 6. I'm getting straight to it because I already know my play 3-drop Zoro Juro, and passes his go. His gone 6 Dawn on his 4 Dawn turn, so it's his turn to go. He plays Teach. There we go. I guess he probably just drew it for turn. He does the Teach finesse where you put a card on top of your deck, and then Blue Doffy, then you attach 2 rested Dawns to a character, and then you can swing. And this is one of the cool things about the Blue Doffy deck. He plays Weevil, draws 1, and I'm like, I'm in a good position. As long as he's not cheating out character going wide, we should be able to stabilize this game. I take the damage because I don't want to, you know, give up any counter early game. I am trying to look out for put-in, but if I had a 2K, I probably would have countered out, but I didn't. So I didn't want to give him 2 cards because it makes his math a little easier towards the end game. So I attach a Dawn to Joro Zero, swing it leader for 5, ramp a Dawn. Just trying to, you know, get some Dawn counters. I played a 5-drop Yasop here. Gives my leader 1 extra K until the end of the next turn. So I swing 7 to leader. I probably should have swung at Weevil, but I figure if I rush him down and start dropping big bodies, and we can close out the game very easy now. He takes the damage. He goes into his 6 Dawn turn. All right. So a good strategy the Doffy deck does have against Red Purple Luffy is they can poke 6s and poke and try to get your hand size down. But the problem with that is, like, because cards like Yasop boosts our leader, so it's a little more Dawn commitment if they want to go with that strategy. He plays the 4-drop bow, and then he tells me, like, hey, this is what I wanted to do from turn 1, I mean from his turn 2, but he's like, it just felt better playing Weevil to draw a card rather than cheating out the boa, because he said he felt like I was going to take the damage anyways, and he was right. I probably was going to take it anyways. So he does the finesse. He puts all the Dawn back on Doffy, and he cheats out another character. There we go, another Weevil. So this is a great strategy. So as you can see, he got several 6K beaters on his board. So he's trying to set up for a poke type of turn. So we were very lucky to get the 7-drop kid. So from here on out, we can keep our leader like ahead of the 6K curve. So he has to commit more Dawns if he wants to challenge. So I used leader ability to ramp to 9 Dawn because I was on my 8 Dawn turn. Play the 7-drop kid minus a Dawn, give my leader a K until the end of the next turn. This is like what you really want to do with the Red Purple Luffy deck. This is exactly what you want. You want kid, established kid, and then you start defending, and then you just keep the pressure on because your opponent have to use a lot of cards to keep countering out 7K swings every single turn. So I went with the Yasop. I put a Dawn, swung into the Weevil, minus a K, because Yasop has this effect. If you attach a Dawn and attack, you can -1 a character by 1K. So essentially, I'm swinging 7 into his 5, trying to see what I can get out of his hands, because we essentially have the board and the leader attack points boosted. So our strategy now is like to attack board and establish a body, attack board, establish a body. That's the strategy we're going for to try to win. He thinks he gives me two 2Ks to protect this Weevil. Insane. So I swing leader 7K into it, and he also gives me 2 more 2Ks. And I was like, yo, he really wants this Weevil to live. He also did a bad play where he has a blocker. He has the blocker, the 6K blocker. So instead of giving me 2 2Ks, he could have blocked with 6 and a 2K. That would have been 8, and he would have been fine. But we take those. All right, he's on his 8 Dawn turn now. Having Teach is so good. Like, he gets to manipulate what cards. So he plays put in, you know, shuffle my hand in. I was panicking here. I was like, what can I draw? Maybe some counters so I can keep my board or at least defend my life, because I'm like, ugh, his board is getting a little too wide for me. But we drew 5 cards. We drew a Bon Clay, a Jorozuro, a Searcher event, a Nami Searcher, and a 9-Beard, which is really good for the next turn. The 9-Beard is going to go insane next turn. He used the Teach effect. He stacks a card on top of his deck, put 2 Dawns under his leader. He already committed that to a leader, so I know the leader is swinging for at least a little bit more than usual. He swings 6 in the Yasop. I'm thinking to myself, if I counter out here, I can force him to attack this Yasop again, because I don't think I have enough counter to protect my lead. Like, legit, if he kind of goes bonkers and just go at my leader, he could get me down real fast. I counter out with the Bon Clay to protect the Yasop, force him to swing again. He swings again, and I counter out with the Jorozuro, keep the Yasop. And now he's thinking to himself, I have to kill at least one more character, because I might go aggro on a crackback, and I don't think he's prepared for that. So he's like, look, let me slap 2 more Dawns, swing at it for 8. It's guaranteed that I'm not giving him 2 cards. So mathematically speaking, I let him have it. Then he does the finesse, and then he plays out the Gecko, the 4-drop Gecko that gets back any 7 Warlord or Thriller Bark from trash, and he gets back a 2K. So now I see that he's reaching, scrambling for 2K, so his hand might be dwindled down. So this is our chance. So the strategy for this turn now, we have 2 searchers. We're looking for events. We're looking for counters. We're looking for anything that says that he can't just go bonkers and end the game next turn. So I was like, let me go with the event first, because I want to keep Nami as a counter. If I get a Rab Bean or a Gum Gum Giant, then I'm not playing a Nami. But I didn't. But I got a 2K out of it, so that's cool too. So I was like, all right, now we have to play the Nami, because we have to get Gum Gum Giant in case he decides to go like 16K to leader. And what do you know it? Last card, Gum Gum Giant. We got it. So we're like, all right, he's definitely not killing us this turn. So now I can comfortably drop this second 7-drop kid. And my leader is essentially going to be 8K for the rest of the game unless he outs these kids. So I play the kid on play minus a Dawn, give my leader 1K. And then when the second kid swings, I'll also minus another Dawn, because this effect is on play and it's when it's attacking. So when the kid swings at the blocker Boa, I wanted to at least get the blocker out of here. Minus a Dawn gives my leader another kiss. My leader's at 8K right now. It's a lot of Dawn commitment for him to even do like a little scratch of damage. So let's go. I leave 2 Dawns up to bluff events. So I got the Gum Gum Giant. So my leader's at 8, and my math was saying if he goes 16K crazy, I'm at 8K. The 1-drop event, Gum Gum Giant, gives me another 4, so that's 12. And then I have a 2K already. That's going to put me at 16, and I have the 1 already. But what I really want is to see if I can draw more cards. But I already have enough counter in case he goes 16K to life. I'm ready for it. All right, his turn comes back. He slaps all the Dawns on there except for 1, because he's trying to do the leader ability. He goes, I think that's 9 and 5 is 14K to leader, and I just counters out the 14K. I had it on me. So I pitch the White Beard minus a Dawn, draw 2, that puts my leader up at 12K. Then that's another 2K counter. That's 14 and 1, 15. We got out of there. He passed turn. It's our turn again. In hindsight, I really think I could like establish something crazy, because I drew a 9-Beard off of the Gum Gum Giant. A 9-Beard is really good here. I don't know why I didn't do it, but so Nami goes. I just need any 1-cost event, and there we go. I draw 1, but I do not take it, because in my head I was telling Phil, I was like, he was like, what did you draw? And I was like, I was making this joke, but it was my actual stack. I was like, I have the Gum Gum Giant. I also have Onami to draw 2 cards, and it's a blocker. So the idea was like, Onami, if he wants to remove Onami, he have to play either the 4 cause law or he has to play the 6 cause Jorozuro. Either way, those are non-commitments. My leader's at 8k. He can't kill me. So I was like, okay. So I was like, I guess it's worth taking the blocker because I want to draw more cards. I should have just took the Gum Gum Giant, then played the 9-beard and swing with the 2 kids. So my leader is going to be at 10k. He definitely can't beat me 10k plus a 1 cost event. That's 14 plus counter plus I'll draw 2. I should have went that route, but I didn't. I went the Onami route, draw 2, then I swing with the kid. I swing at the Weevil because I know he's gonna let it go. Puts my leader up by 1k. Then I swing at life with the second kid. Well, I use the leader ability, get a free Dawn first, and then I swing with it. And I'm feeling good. I'm like, leader is gonna be at 8k. I have an event. I have counters. I have a blocker. He gotta draw the nuts to really beat this. So I was like 3 Dawns on Nami. I'm trying to get more cards out of his hand. He gives me the 1k. Then I do the kid. Let's go. Then my leader's at 8k now. I know if he takes this, then he's definitely taking this 8k, the second 8k swing. He takes it. So now he's down to 1 life. I'm at 0. My leader is boosted. This game is over either this turn or the next turn. Now he's searching. I'm thinking he's searching for the unblockable event because he's just trying to swing and just end the game. So I'm putting him on like get it, you know, get the event and let's see where you headed. I'm feeling comfortable. I'm like, it don't matter what he does. I have enough counter to really get up out of anything he throws at me right now. He gets a Weevil off of it, and I'm confused because I don't know what his next move is. I figure, was that the only target he got off of the Sengoku? But I'm gonna let him work. I'm gonna let him cook.
Yo, man, bro.
So he's just sitting here doing the math now. He's trying to teach attack into Nami. So this is pretty much indicating like either this turn is the last turn or the next turn is the last turn. So that's where we at with it. There's also a strategy where he's trying to make that teach be like a pseudo blocker, trying to force me to attack it. I'm not gonna attack it though.
There's like 2 Need one of them. I know. Sure. Oh,
so he used to teach his ability, put a card back on top of his deck, attach the rested Dons, and then he goes 8 to leader. And then he cheats out a Weevil to draw 1. So the Weevil he searched, he essentially put on top to draw 1 to get 1 card deeper. I counter out 1k. And I'm thinking to myself, what is he going to do with the rest of his Dons? And it was just a Red Rock. It's a Red Rock. So Red Rock kind of slows down the game. So now it's really not evidently over next turn. So now it's like, am I pushing for game or am I not? I'm looking at the board state. I'm like, I do have game here. Somehow I just got to figure out the math. I draw for turn, draw a 7-drop kid. That's beside the point now. There's a couple options I can do. I can either play another kid and then hope that, you know, the leader going up to 8k is enough and then we can defend it. That's one. Because we got events, we got counters. So put him on. Is he bold enough to swing that into... Check his graveyard, try to do the 2k count to see how many 2ks he have, and he have about a few 2ks in trash. So I'm like, how much is he really playing? How much is in his hands? Essentially, that draw off of Weevil is a blank draw. So I told him, I'm like, I'm not counting that as a 2k counter. So let's go. So the math here is like 10 Dons. I just go. I'm supposed to go 3 Dons on the kid, swing for 11. So now he has to give me 4 cards if he wants to survive or take the life. And if he gives me 4 cards, then I know that now I can put like 5 Dons on Nami, swing for 7. And essentially 1 card in his hands, like you can't counter out a 10K swing, and then leader swings for the rest, which is like 8K. Put him on. Does he have 2Ks? But I go here and I swing for 12. I swing for 12 because I know when I get back the Dawn off of my leader ability, it's going to essentially do a 12 and a 13K swing, which was not correct. As good as that math sounds, that is not the correct math. The correct math is always an odd number to an odd number leader. So I'm supposed to swing 11. 11, he's supposed to give me 4 cards. I swing 12, and he takes it because he knows he already has the counter. So he's trying to slow roll me into seeing. Well, I don't want to say slow roll. He's trying to see if he counters out here, if he can die to Nami swinging. And we're talking out loud because like this is like we're just helping each other become better player. It is tournament. This is a tournament match. However, but we're trying to help each other become a better player. So I'm telling him, if you counter out here, I'll just finish the game with Nami and leader. So he decides to take it and just put it in the counter, and then he had the counter. I swing for 13, and he had exactly 14. He wins the game because there's nothing I can do in a crackback. We had a good laugh after it. So essentially, but he was telling me that he had exactly 13K. He had a hope that his last card in his life was a counter, and he was telling me that the last life was a 1K. So I played that wrong. You know, it's supposed to be 11 and 14, and I win the game. But it is what it is, man. But we were thinking out loud. But Phil, we're going to run it back. Good game.